Yo, what's up, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome back to SBAA Nation. My name is Keith, aka Keystone, and we are here to talk some Monday MLB baseball. Now, I didn't make a video for you guys yesterday, but where I left off, we went 3-1. We did cash both those hitters, Jacob Wilson to get 1.5 HRRs, and I think it was Gunnar Henderson to get a hit. Then we went 1-for-2 on pitchers. So 3-1 overall. I hope you all guys made some money. Now, we had a very interesting weekend that was about to be nuclear if the main event just would have went the way I thought it was going to in the UFC 316. Marab getting a finish late third round was very surprising to me. He hasn't had a finish since 2021. The guy literally finishes nobody. Somehow he gets Sean in a choke. It's just unreal, man. It crushed us on the books, crushed our souls. So it would have been a legendary day. Instead, it was just very mediocre. We did good on baseball on the books over the whole weekend. Really struggled on UFC. Some of it was my own fault as well, but we will bounce back. That's what we always do. And most of the time, we are crushing UFC on the books. So, want to let you guys know I do have the VIP Day Pass. I'm going to get a new code up there. The UFC one has been taken down, but you can use code MLB for the exact same deal if you want to get down. These were some of these VIP slips over the weekend that we did cash. Now, as bad as it felt on UFC on the books, we actually did extremely well on Underdog. We also hit this NBA play tonight. Pacers Thunder. I predicted a blowout. Figured TJ would play a little bit extra in the fourth quarter, and then those two studs would stay under on these bumped up lines. So luckily, I did bump Shy up because he got very close, and his line, I believe, was at 46.5. So yeah, that was a nice little 4x our money. Underdog has literally boosts and free picks galore 24/7. We actually really did well on DFS. So overall on UFC, a lot of it was on the back of Underdog. This was a DK6 slips, as you can see. This one was a UFC and then a discount square that we were waiting on since Tuesday. Ended up cashing that one. This was another little slip that we hit, a little over $100 in profit. And then this was a nice big hit right here. This was a 10x slip. So, and this was actually, I don't think there was any discounts on this one. So, yeah, we had a pretty freaking solid night. And like I said, that main event, him finishing there, this would have hit as well if the fight just would have kept on going. If it would have went to a decision, this would have paid us like another freaking $500. It just would have been an unbelievable night. I am actually still up in the air. I think there's a strong chance I will be going to UFC Atlanta this Saturday. So if you're down in that area, you want to hook up, let me know, drop a comment, or you can text me down on the number below. I think that I might be going to the Braves game on Friday night too. It's still kind of up in the air, guys. So I'll make a decision soon in the next couple days and let you guys know. But there's that day pass. And if you're not on the winnable free plan yet, this is absolutely free to join, guys. It's worth less than a minute of your time to go sign up. You get text usually like one or two a day from me. Sometimes it's a bonus VIP slip I give you guys for free. Sometimes it's access to get deals like this 50% off deal early. And then a lot of times I do like app promotions. So I'll send out like a play promoting a certain app. So you guys are going to get bonus plays by signing up, and it texts it straight to your phone. Very cool setup. All right, so in today's video, I got a couple guys that I really like to get a hit, and we're just going to parlay them up. And then I have another play for you guys over on DFS. Really didn't like what I was seeing with some of the pitchers, so I just figured I'm going to snag 4 hitters today. We're just going to go 4 hitters, and we're going to start with Jose Ramirez just to get 1 hit. Now, this guy's been playing at another level really since like the middle of May. So last 5, these are just, to get 1 hit games. He's had a couple multi-hits. And if you go back and look at this last 20, he has literally only not had a hit in 1 game. And I remember because I bet on him in that game. But look at how many multi-hit games he's had during the stretch. It's kind of insane. 95% in his last 20 games to get 1 hit. So today's matchup on paper isn't the strongest from a historical record. He's faced this pitcher, Miley, it looks like 11 times, only 2 hits. So that's not great, but this is a new year. Miley hasn't pitched much this season. And you look at what Jose Ramirez is doing to left-handed pitching this season, a 421 batting average. That is just insane. Insane. So, the hard hits actually higher too when he faces lefties. And then Miley is actually giving up a lot to right-handed batters as well. Now Ramirez is a switch hitter, so as you guys know, so I'm thinking this is a really strong bet. I don't think this is what you're going to get it at. I'm not sure why Outlier has this at negative 137, but anyways, Jose Ramirez is going to be part of the parlay. So I usually set these on DraftKings. A lot of times, Hard Rock actually has slightly better odds for me. So I'm going to put this guy and then the next guy in a hit parlay. I'm not sure what the odds are because they're actually not up yet on my book. So, but yeah, this is going to be pick number one, Jose Ramirez, to get 1 hits. And then the second guy, I also like him too, by the way, because he's on the road today. So you get the really good chance maybe at that extra 5th at bat. I believe he's on the road. Let's double check that. Oh, you know what? He is at home. I take that back. Okay, so both these guys are actually at home. I usually always do like to take hitters when they're on the road, but when these guys are hot, some of them actually do play better at home. It's not a make or break, especially with like 1 hit a lot of times. But yeah, I do like it. And then Marte, yeah, he's been really hot too. Didn't get a hit in this last game right here, but this is a home game. I do feel like he's got a pretty good shot here. It's kind of the same setup here against right-handed pitching. He's hitting 337 this season. That's incredible. And the Emerson Hancock, he has pitched pretty well in his last 2 games, but I think this is a spot in Arizona that they probably can get to him at least for a couple runs and definitely some hits, I'm hoping. And the pitches checked out, everything checks out. This average is a little bit less to left-handed batters, but as you guys know, Marte is also a switch hitter, so he can bat on either side of the plate that he wants. I'm very confident against Hancock and the way Seattle's bullpen, middle of the pack. I feel very confident we're going to find a way to get 1 hit from him. So that's going to be the first parlay. If I had to guess, I'll probably be like negative 120, negative 135 range, somewhere in there. And so I'll probably go at least a half a unit on that. So that's going to be your hit parlay today on Monday. The second play I got for you guys over on DFS, I really like taking fantasy scores on these DFS apps. I think they're really cool. And I think these 2 I found today I think they are just ridiculously low. I have no idea why one of them is where it is. Maybe the books know something I don't, but we'll get into it. But if you're not on Underdog Fantasy yet, they will literally match you up to $1,000 deposit bonus. That's insane, guys. Imagine if you walked into any casino in America and you handed them $1,000, they're just going to give you $1,000 back in chips, not 2,000. So if you got the cash, I mean, it's an unbelievable offer. They are becoming my favorite fantasy app again because they're doing so many things right. Where in this space where you're getting discount plays, but you can only put $10 on them. You're also getting force whatever they decide they want to give you as a discount that day. Underdog is literally letting us pick them, and I'm going to show you an example of that right here. They gave me a gimme pick today, but a lot of times they're just like really solid discounts. And then on top of that, they're constantly dropping legit boosts where sometimes there's not even a real max bet. It's like $5,000 max bet. And then even when the ones, get higher, like this extender NBA one we're doing, there's still solid money that they let you put down on these boosts. So on top of all that, guys, if you use promo code SBA, you're going to get that match and you're going to get invited to one of my best ball leagues. You just have to text me proof of sign up with my promo code. There is a link below that should load it for you, but that is the code SBAA. And just text me proof and you will get automatically entered into one of these best ball leagues, all guys in our communities, where you're going to have a chance to win $200. Should be a lot of fun. So I mentioned to you guys that Underdog has a gimme pick. And most of you guys, if you're already on there, you should have this. If you're brand new, you're going to get this. So you can pick anyone you want. I just picked Chris Sale because I feel like he should get 1 strikeout. Can pick a W. Usually NBA is probably the safest bet to go just in case some weird stuff happens because they're almost always going to get a point or a PRA or something. But yeah, Sale should get this 1 strikeout. And you know what that 0.0 might mean? It might mean it's free no matter what. So we'll see. I would assume he has to get 1, but you never know. 0.0, maybe they just give it to us no matter what. But anyways, most of you guys should have this. I asked some of my VIP clients, did you guys get this? And when does it expire? So mine and theirs all were on the same clock, and it should expire tomorrow afternoon sometime, probably like 3 or 4, maybe even 5 in the afternoon. So yeah, that's going to be obviously the first freebie. The second pick, we're going to take Jacob freaking Wilson at 6.5 fantasy points. Now, I have no idea why they have this at 6.5 fantasy points. First of all, This kid is on an incredible run. I believe in the last 7 days, he is literally batting 577. That would equate for 15 hits in 26 plate appearances or 26 at bats with a couple walks. Let me repeat that, guys. 15 hits in 20 freaking 6 at bats. 15 hits. That's incredible. We're not fading this guy until he slows down, and I don't know if that's going to happen. This is unbelievable rookie campaign for Jacob Wilson from the soon to be wherever the hell they're going to move, but right now they're in Sacramento. Now this game is going to be in Anaheim, and it's going to be against a veteran pitcher that he has actually never faced in Yusei Kikuchi. But what do we know about Wilson right now? He's batting 422 against lefties. Dude is absolutely demolishing them. And then, versus righties, Kikuchi's, it's about the same. As you can see, it's like 266, 265. So he gives up a little bit to everything. All the pitches check out down here on this weighted on base percentage. I mean, Jacob Wilson is just on an absolute tear. We're not going to fade him. Now, this is actually hits, runs, RBIs. And you can see this is for 3. He's been doing this a lot, but what we took him for was 6.5 underdog fantasy score. Now, if you don't know how fantasy score works, a single is worth 3. So like every base is worth 3. So a double would be worth 6. He's been hitting a lot of doubles. And then runs and RBIs are worth 2 each. Walks are worth 2, I think. Stolen bases are worth a lot. But as you can see, he's just been on a roll. So, I mean, even when he missed right here, it was like 1 point away. Same with this one. So, or this was 2 away. Yeah, he's just been on an absolute heater. We're not fading this guy. That's going to be the second pick with the Chris Sale free square. Jacob Wilson over 6.5 fantasy points. Now, guys, it's very important that if you have the ability to get underdog and you're on only, say, like Prize Picks or even better, they're not going to pay you as much for this slip. If you took these guys on Prize Picks, it would pay. I have to take that back because I haven't been on Prize Picks in a while, but I think I remember they might have just finally joined the rest of these apps and are trying to compete with this 6X because they finally realized what a big deal it is in this space. This is a 20% increase. So, if you have that ability, go for it. But the difference is, and I'll say this once, I'll say it again. Let's just say you have $100 in Prize Picks, right? That's all you have. But if you take that $100 out and go put it in underdog, now you have $200 to play with. Anyways, second pick is going to be Vlad Guerrero Jr. Now, he is on the road today at St. Louis, right up here. Not too far from me, actually. It's probably like a 5 or 6 hour drive. I guess it is kind of far. But, yeah, I think Vlad's in a pretty solid spot today. He's facing we need to take this just to hits, runs, RBI so we can pull up the pitching matchup here. So he's going to be facing Andre Palante today. Now he's only very small sample size. Only faced him 3 times, but one of those was a hit, and it happened to be a home run. So that's nice to see. Vlad, kind of hits righties, lefties very equally. He does hit lefties slightly better this season, but the power numbers check out when he's batting on the right as well. And then Andre Palante is actually giving up more. He's almost letting up a 300 batting average this season to right-handed batters, which Vlad is, of course. So I think this is a good spot. This guy hasn't been quite as hot as Jacob Wilson has, but I feel like this number is pretty low for a guy like Vlad. He missed it right here by a few, but this is a guy that can draw walks. He doesn't steal many bases, so that is a little bit of downside, but I don't know. I got a feeling Vlad's going to hit like for extra base hits today. So you want to go 1.5 bases, you can do that too. But imagine if he hits a single and has 2 walks. We're going to hit our fantasy score and you're going to fill your bases prop. So I like this fantasy score on underdog 6.5. Anytime you can get guys like this at 6.5, to put it into perspective, I believe that Jose Ramirez's was at 9.5. So anytime you're getting 2, really good players that are hot, like Jacob Wilson and Vlad Jr. at 6.5 fantasy points, I think that's a very good bet any day. So especially when it's a favorable matchup. So yeah, I think that's going to be it today. If you're on that winnable free plan, I will drop one of my top parlays tomorrow for free on there. So if you're a book user, you like betting on parlays, I've been doing really good with the hits over there, and we've been doing really good with the game totals. We hit another game total play today. Yesterday's was sweaty, but we got the job done as well. So I've been really on target with those over-under reads. So yeah, definitely sign up on the Winnable free plan, guys. And let's cash this freaking slip and make some money tomorrow. Peace.